We've set a goal to reducing children in foster care by 50% by the year 2012, and we're already at 31%, so that's pretty good. But the key to doing that is to make sure that families stay together when they can stay together. It's not just about protecting kids. Are these kids getting the kind of emotional development, psychological development, educational development that are going to allow them to succeed?
These children didn't ask for that situation. This is something they were forced into. They didn't have a choice in that situation. But while we look at it on the news, there's very few of us put our sneakers on and do something about it. And I want to be one of those doers that get out there and do something about the situation with the children, because we could be the last hope for a child. A lot of them don't ever get what we call hope. They go and then they end up in an institutionalized. They go from institution to institution till they grow old and they're ready to die. There's simply just nobody came along to show them about love and consistency and just give them boundaries and respect them as young people. They never had that.
When I was taken away from my father, I knew that it was for the best. I didn't feel any resentment towards the people that did their jobs, but I felt lost and out of place, and I wasn't sure where I truly belonged. My case manager, Cyan Ensel, she was a big part of me becoming the young lady that I am today. She was there, she helped me a lot, she listened when I had concerns or when I was unsure of certain things. She was there. She fought for what I wanted and for what was right.
There's a lot of people who think that caseworkers come in and take your kid and they don't help you, they just come in and take your kid, but it's not like that at all.
I let them know that I'm not here to ruin their lives. I'm here to help them and to keep the children in the home. And it settles them down a little bit, and over time, we're doing home visits on a regular basis. So over time, you build a relationship that way.
I'm in parenting classes. I take random drug tests. I take 2 different classes. She's going to be doing some parenting classes at my house with me, and she does home visits, and anything that I need her help with, she helps me with it. If I can't get to my daughter to the doctor, she'll come and take me. She helps a lot.
Now that she's got a job, she's got her child in daycare, she's drug-free, all of these things, she's got her own place. These are the building blocks of a successful and independent life.
When I first heard from her, I was pissed because I hear that my kid's gonna get taken. But she come in, she seems to be a very nice lady. She come and she talked to me, she calmed me down a whole lot, And she tell me she really explained some good things to me. And she tell me, but the discipline, you can't discipline your kids by spanking them, especially with with something, an object. So from she really explained it to me, that's when I started to realize, something, I think I might have been wrong. She told me a lot of different tactic ways. What I do now, I have them stand in the corner, I put them on timeout, I take away privileges away, like their games, their bicycle, they can't play basketball. She did a good job explaining it to me. I took heed and everything is going good so far.
We have to realize that children need to have the nurturing and the loving and the caring that we can all give them. Do we want them to come from parents? That all those things come from parents? Absolutely. The parents need to be able to supply that. We need to give parents tools to supply that. And that's one of the things and the beauties, I suggest, of the dependency system, that we're not here to punish anybody. I am here to make sure children are safe, that their environment is safe, that you have the tools as a parent to understand where you can do better.
The more I know about child abuse or child neglect, the more convinced I am it's about mental health and substance abuse and economic stress. If we can deal with mental health and substance abuse and economic stress, I think we will virtually eliminate domestic violence and child abuse.
Even though this is the front line and the first step in helping vulnerable adults and children, we are a team. Between here, the field, and all levels of help. It's a team effort.
I walked into the courtroom and there was 8 other people up at the table, and the judge was like, why are you all here? And then they just started introducing themselves, and they were all agencies, and it was their time, and they had worked with the girls before, and they saw their names up on the docket, and they showed up. So I had from the guardian all the way from the caseworker. There was about 7 or 8 people in that room, and they were like, he was like, so I guess everybody's here on their own time, and they all said yes. They're here for support of an adoptive parent who adopted 2 teens, and he asked me why I was there, and I said, because I'm not going to give up on them. I adopted them, and I wanted to help them.
One child that I'm particularly close to, continue to be, he came to me at 3 days old, addicted to cocaine. And his birth mom admitted that she had done crack cocaine every day that she was pregnant. And when he came to me, he was a mess. At the age of 2, he was adopted by a family. And I still have contact with this little boy. Today, he is 4.5 years old. Smart as a whip. I mean, very smart, very sweet, very obedient. Just, the brightest bulb in the patch, I would say. And it just shows that we need to pour into these kids. We cannot give up on these children. They need an advocate. They need someone to love them. They need someone to believe in them. And they need someone to invest in them.
The second time I got removed, I was placed at this lady, Gladys Brown. And I used to always be really bad. I used to run away constantly, but she stuck there, and she told them she didn't want me to leave. She wanted me to stay there and be with her so she can actually nurture me and teach me. So I started focusing on school, get good grades, and I stopped being a behavioral problem. I started actually wanting to be good.
It feels very good to be able to help these families. It feels good to see a family when you come in and you see that the family is having a traumatic experience for whatever reason, and that you're able to deliver services to them quickly and to help them, and to see them 45 days later be happy and together as a family, and know that those services that you were able to provide to them quickly, working with other agencies, that you were able to fix that and help that family.
If we take a child into care, we're the parent. And I want us to develop a child welfare system that would be good enough for any one of our kids. And until it's good enough for our child, then we can't rest.
I'll always love you and care